I'm going to call the meeting to order, please. Agenda 2.1, adoption of the agenda, please. Recommendation that the agenda for the February 13, 2018 regular meeting of council be adopted. Salt and Torgerson. Any additions?
One correction.
What? To the agenda?
One correction. Yes.
Oh.
A spelling correction. Page 2, 7-3, spell machine.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
2 L's.
Mm-hmm.
And a U.
And you. Is it Spallum-Sheen or Spallum-Sheen?
It's S-P-A-L-L-U-M.
Yes.
E-E-N.
Yes, yeah. I was asking for confirmation of the pronunciation.
Spell machine.
Spallum-Sheen.
You
Thank
gotta
you.
say it real fast, I think.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay, then as amended. Okay, all in favor? Carried. Adoption of the minutes of the regular meeting of council of January 23rd. Blanchette and Salt. Are there any errors or omissions? Hearing none, all in favor? Carried. Agenda item 6.1, the Valemount Children's Activity Society request for letter of permission to apply for grant funding in order to complete upgrades required to meet licensing standards. Motion, please, of Blanchette and Torgerson, that the Valemount Children's Activity Society be granted permission to apply for grant funding in order to complete upgrades required to meet licensing standards. All in favor? Carried. Reading file. No motion is required, but is there anything that council wishes to bring forward? For discussion or support? I would like council to refer to the Township of Spallum-Sheen with respect to their request that municipalities support them, that the legalization of marijuana, the additional costs for local governments, both in social and policing costs, that the province, or that 50% of the provincial share of the cannabis tax sharing formula be provided to local governments. And I should like to just read something very briefly for council's consideration, because I think that their correspondence that the village of Valemount should join in supporting their move. We should get at least 50%. This was dated in November of 2017. Very quickly, last week marked the 5th anniversary of Colorado's decision to sanction the world's first anything-goes commercial pot trade. 5 years later, we remain an embarrassing cautionary tale. Visitors to Colorado remark about a new agricultural smell, the wafting odor of pot as they drive near warehouse grow operations along Denver freeways. Residential neighborhoods throughout Colorado Springs reek of marijuana as producers fill rental homes with plants. 5 years of retail pot coincide with 5 years of a homelessness growth rate that ranks among the highest rates in the country. Directors of homeless shelters and people who live on the streets tell us homeless substance abusers migrate here for easy access to pot. 5 years of big marijuana ushered in a doubling in the number of drivers involved in fatal crashes who tested positive for marijuana, based on research by the pro-legalization Denver Post. 5 years of commercial pot have been 5 years of more marijuana in schools than teachers and administrators ever feared. An investigation by Education News Colorado, Solutions, and the iNews Network show drug violations reported by Colorado's kindergarten to grade 12 schools have increased 45% in the past 4 years, even as the combined number of all other violations has fallen, explains an expose on escalating pot use in schools by Rocky Mountain PBS in late 2016. Can you hear me, Councillor Reimer? Okay, I think.
Yes, I can.
Thank you. The investigation found an increase in high school drug violations of 71% since legalization. School suspensions for drugs increased 45%. The National Survey on Drug Use and Health found Colorado ranks first in the country for marijuana use among teens, scoring well above the national average. The only good news to celebrate on this anniversary is the dawn of another organization to push back against big marijuana's threat to kids, teens, and young adults. The Marijuana Accountability Coalition formed November 6 in Denver and will establish satellites throughout the state. It resulted from discussions among recovery professionals, parents, physicians, and others concerned with the long-term effects of a commercial industry profiteering off of substance abuse. It's one thing to decriminalize marijuana, it's an entirely different thing to legalize an industry that has commercialized a drug that is devastating our kids and devastating whole communities, said Coalition founder Justin Luke Riley. Colorados need to know, other states need to know as well, that Colorado is suffering from massive normalization and commercialization of this drug, which has resulted in Colorado being #1 state for youth drug abuse and youth drug use in the country. Kids are being expelled at higher rates, and more road deaths tied to pot have resulted since legalization. Commercial pot's 5-year anniversary is an odious occasion for those who want safer streets, healthier kids, and less suffering associated with substance abuse. Experts say the worst effects of widespread pot use will culminate over decades. If so, we can only imagine the somber nation of Big Marijuana's 25th anniversary. And this is Colorado Springs Gazette report. And so I should entertain a motion from council that we support these municipalities who are requesting 50% of the province's tax for cannabis. Okay? Councillor Torgerson?
I will move it not because of what's happening in Colorado, but because the FCM is stating that this may have an impact affecting policing, fire services, building codes, municipal planning, licensing and standards, public health, social services, communications, and law.
Thank you very much, Councillor Torgerson. Could I have a seconder, please? Councillor Blanchette. Is there any comment or discussion that council, I saw that. I also saw UBCM is dealing with it, but I want to commend that the office of the mayor, Janice Brown here, and John Van Leerhoven, mayor of the District of Kent, and I sit next to Murray Krause, immediate past president of UBCM, and we've discussed this too at Regional District. So, any comments from council? No? Hearing none, all in favor? Carried. .1 NCLGA conference, council attendance. Recommendation that council attendance to the 2018 NCLGA annual conference be confirmed with the names of those councillors attending forming part of this resolution. What is council's wish?
I wish to attend, so I don't know what we need other than my name, and I don't know who else is going to be going.
Okay. Councillor Reimer, were you planning on attending NCLGA?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So, and Councillor Torgerson, no, and Councillor Blanchette, no. I have to confirm some schedules because I've been invited to Ottawa, but I'm going to try to coordinate a flight back from Ottawa to Fort Nelson. So I will be able to let staff know within the next several days. But in the meantime, we have Councillor Reimer and Councillor Salt.
I'll move that.
Okay, moved by Councillor Torgerson, seconded by Councillor Blanchette.
And you can always decline in a few days. Should we make that part of the resolution tonight with your name in it?
I'm not sure how much time they need to cancel hotel reservations. as well as. And that can be part of the instructions to staff, is that if there be a change of mind, that they be immediately advised and then could cancel the registrations. I think that there is a date that is provided by NCLGA of when cancellation can be received and a full refund of the registration fee. As for myself, there is no registration fee because I'm a past president and a life member. So no registration fee. I'm free. Okay. All right. If there's no discussion, all in favor? Carried. Agenda item 8.2, Visitor Information Center and Staff Reorganization. Recommendation that the update report regarding the village staffing reorganization undertaken in order to achieve council's corporate deliverables for 2018 as per the strategic plan 2018 to 22 and the village's management of the Visitor Information Center for 2018 onwards be received. Blanchette and Salt. Is there any discussion? Yes, Councillor.
Really like to congratulate staff, Mr. Davey's staff, on really stepping up and really putting their step forward.
Yes.
And moving forward.
Yes, I should too. I think it's very well done. Took a lot of thought and a lot of work, so thank you.
Thank you.
If there's nothing further, all in favor? Carried. Agenda item 8.3, staff recommendation regarding the NDIT Economic Development Infrastructure Funding, that staff be directed to apply to Northern Development Initiative Trust Economic Development Infrastructure Fund for a grant of up to $59,499 for the Valemount Airport Lighting Rehabilitation Project. Okay, Blanchette and Salt. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Carried. Agenda item 8.5, that the report regarding 2017 Village of Valemount grants. Oh, sorry.
Sorry to interrupt you. Skipped 8.4.
Oh, did I skip 8.4? Sorry. 8.4, recommendation that the information regarding a provincial Ministry of the Environment Clean Air Initiative called Burning It Smart workshop be received. Blanchette and Reimer. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Oh, sorry.
Really looking forward to attending.
Yes, of course, we all are. Thank you. Agenda item 8.5, recommendation that the report regarding 2017 Village of Valemount grants applied for, approved, pending, and denied be received. Okay, Torgerson and Reimer. Is there any discussion? Yes?
The board of the community forest really appreciate the well-put report that was submitted to them.
Okay, thank you. All in favor? Carried. 9.1, bylaws and policies, Village of Valemount zoning amendment bylaw number 780, 2018. We have two recommendations, that the Village of Valemount zoning bylaw number 610, 2007, amendment bylaw number 780, 2017. 2007, or it should be 2017.
18. 17 should be 18.
Both of them should be 18?
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, no,
Yeah, the zoning bylaw number 610 is correct. Amendment bylaw number 780, 2018 is how it should be.
Okay.
All corrected.
Okay, so 610 is 2017?
Nope, it's 2007, that's correct.
Oh, 2007.
The next reference to the amendment bylaw 780, 2018. is how
Okay.
it should be.
Okay. And that the Village of Valemount zoning bylaw number 610, 2007, amendment bylaw number 780, 2018, be referred to an upcoming public hearing. Torgerson and Salt. Discussion. Yes, Councillor. I said discussion. Councillor Salt?
just also a note in case our corporate services clerk hasn't caught it. On the last page of the bylaw itself, the body, under the certified that the foregoing is a true and correct copy, there's showing bylaw number 744, 2015, so that needs to be corrected.
I think I already did.
Caught that.
But thank you.
Okay. Yes, Councillor?
Have we heard back from Northern Health regarding septic?
Ms. Shepherd?
Thank you, Your Worship. I believe Megan did speak to Northern Health. They have no issue with the current septic system. If another one is installed, then the homeowner will get hold of Northern Health and they'll require approval prior to getting occupancy.
Okay. Anything further? All in favor? Carried. Agenda item 9.2, policy number 69, workplace discrimination, bullying, and harassment policy. The recommendation is that the Village of Valemount policy number 69, workplace discrimination, bullying, and harassment policy be approved. Reimer and Salt. Any discussion? Yes, Councillor Salt.
Thank you for this. I am surprised though, because I was certain that there had been a policy in place at one point, ever since the Work BC had made legislation for there to be policies, and I'm sure I recall seeing one previously, so I was surprised to read that it was stated that we didn't have one. This is definitely much more in-depth policy, but I do know that there was certainly need to have one in the past as well, and I do recall there being forms that had to be filled out in cases of incidences.
Councillor Salt, we do have one. This is a policy update.
It's an update.
Yes,
Because
yes, Mr. Davey.
Your Worship, so the original one was only in-house. This is everyone, so staff, council, and our interaction with the public as well. So it's a new policy. They do cover different things.
So we did have one before, I
Yes.
wasn't mistaken.
That's right. That was strictly with, as the administrator said, in-house. And this is more encompassing. So nobody can harass Councillor Reimer there.
Unless he doesn't bring some grapefruit back.
You can't harass me anymore, is that?
That's it. Okay. All in favor? Carried. Council reports. We'll start with Councillor Blanchette.
Okay, on the 26th, I was asked by V-Crew Youth Center to go and open their pool tournament. It was a really great evening. I didn't realize we had that many teenagers in town. And it's a really good center. I was really surprised at all the stuff they've got in there. It's a really great place for the young people. I hope they're all taking advantage of it. And it's funded completely by CBT. So I'd like to thank CBT for that. And it was a good night. On the 5th, I had an RVSS meeting, and I had a child and youth mental health meeting. On the 6th, we had our first CBT Community Initiatives meeting, and what a really great bunch of people that are really excited to be there, that are really looking forward to this year's applications, and it's going to be a good year. And on the 13th, today, I had Minister of Transportation and Infrastructure sign committee meeting, and we should be getting our new community gateway signs early in spring, and the bike trail signs they're designing them now, and our farmers market sign is up, and we'll be making our subcommittee meeting in the near future. And that's everything.
Thank you. Councillor Reimer, anything?
Yes, the 25th, some of us on the Historical Society had a meeting with our CAO over the picture going forward, and we are still canvassing, of course, for members and specifically board members for the Historical Society, and still taking phone calls, and we would like to hear the phone ring. I'm also staying in the loop by email with the ongoing work of the Housing Committee. And I'm on assignment for the Valemount Community Forest. That's my report.
Thank you, Councillor Reimer. Councillor Salt.
not totally council related, but at one point I was on a committee for the library building expansion. So I attended their renovation, grand opening of their basement renovations. It was very well attended. A good sized group of people. The basement was full. And there was a fabulous presentation done by Ruby Hogg on her travels in South Africa. So that was really exciting. And I'm really glad I was able to make it. And it's a lovely, lovely new space there. And on Wednesday, the 31st, I also attended a Sterrett Marsh Community Center Information Center session. And again, a very good turnout of people and a good discussion had by all. I think some very good idea sharing, and we'll see where the initiative of that young lady goes. And I believe that's all until tonight.
Thank you, Councillor. Councillor Torgerson.
On the 5th, I had a Valemount Community Forest Board meeting. And today I was attempting to call in with Councillor Blanchette for the Modi signage working group. However, I just was not successful. So I'll have to catch up with Councillor Blanchette.
And here you are tonight.
And here I are tonight.
Yes, very good. Thank you, Councillor Torgerson. And towards the end of January, the 25th and 26th, I had a Columbia Basin Trust Board meeting. And on the 31st, I also attended that Sterrett Marsh Community Center meeting, the information on that, and Councillor Torgerson, you were there as well. And I had a call from the Alberta Premier's office on where Valemount stood in relation to the support of Kinder Morgan pipeline. And I advised the Premier's office that Valemount had endorsed the Kinder Morgan pipeline, and I gave the reasons why, and they were satisfied. And that's about it here tonight too. Thank you. So I'll take a motion, please, that verbal reports by Mayor Townsend and Councillors Blanchette, Reimer, Salt, and Torgerson be received. Blanchette and Torgerson. Any questions? Yes.
For Councillor Blanchette, who did the CBT Adjudication Committee elect as their chair?
Oh, sorry, Donnie McLean.
That's nice.
Good. We're confident that she will do an excellent job at her position, for sure. Good. Okay. All in favor? Carried. Agenda item 12.1. Project file tracker, recommendation that the project file tracker be received. Blanchette and Torgerson. Are there any questions or comments? Yes, Blanchette, Councillor.
To thank our CAO because I really like this setup. It's fabulous.
Yes. Yeah, very definitely. Anything further? All in favor of receipt? Carried. And agenda item 14.1, public comments on items considered by council as part of the approved agenda. Any public comments? Okay, we'll go to 15.1. Notice to proceed to in-camera, that council proceed to an in-camera council meeting for consideration of one item per section 91C of the community charter to discuss matters related to labor relations or other employee relations. Motion please, Blanchette and Salt. And that's it. So Councillor Reimer, I guess we're going to say good night to you, and we will see you at the February 27th meeting.
I will be there.
Good.
Grapefruit.